Trump calls Zelensky a dictator. Let's just get into it. Yeah, the guy who just posted "Long Live the King" on Instagram, which don't worry, I'll talk about in the next post, is siding with Vladimir Putin, a well-known saint across Europe, to call Zelensky a dictator. Why, you might ask? Well, he starts by peddling Kremlin propaganda points like Ukraine started the war, which is funny because I don't remember Ukraine invading Russia back in 2022, or if you're getting even technical, interfering in their elections in 2014, but I digress. His main talking point is that Zelensky won't hold elections in Ukraine. Let's get the big talking point out of the way. Ukraine is under martial law. If you don't understand, Ukraine's own constitution allows for martial law during a time of war, and that under that time, an election should not be held in place. Why does the Ukrainian constitution have this, you might ask? Because Ukraine is still a relatively small nation bordering a nuclear superpower, and during a time of war, changing out your leadership and command, probably not the best strategic idea. Hell, take that point out of the way. You have 20% of Ukrainian land under Russian occupation right now. Do you genuinely think the Russian forces would allow 20% of Ukraine to just freely hold a fair election with no interference or holding them back from the polls whatsoever? That's not even including any other Ukrainians who have had their homes bombarded by missiles or stormed by Russian troops, who are now displaced and refugees in other nations because it is no longer safe for them to be at home. That'd be like asking America to hold an election without like 10 to 20 of the states and saying, yeah, no, this sounds fair. Why Trump is gawking over Putin and elections, I don't know, especially because if you look at the last 3 decades, you'll notice Russia and Belarus have had basically the same leadership for the last 6 terms, while Ukraine has had a fun rotating cast of presidents because Ukraine has actually had fair elections. I just don't think it's a good look to bend the knee to a Russian dictator. It is probably the weakest America has ever looked historically. So please share, whether it's this post or another post or anything else. It is important to talk about this in your communities because the less we do, the more normalized this becomes. Anyways, if there's another news story you want me to cover, let me know, give a follow, and I'll try to keep up with the report.